Hello and welcome to Good Morning Thailand. Today we'll be talking about some of the headlines across Thailand and starting with Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha. Now he's predicted that tourism is going to boom because of the APEC. Natty, tell me more.
That is correct. Now the Prime Minister believes that foreign tourists specifically will be attracted to visit Thailand after seeing it showcased as part of the APEC summit. Now during the APEC summit, the government highlighted everything from the world-beloved Thai cuisine to traditional Thai massage to Muay Thai fighting during the conference. Even the French president took part in activities including a Muay Thai fight at Bangkok's Ratchadamnern boxing stadium, and the journalists and members of the press, including their spouses and partners who were covering the APEC summit, were treated to free traditional Thai massage treatments at the venue as well. So the government spokesperson expressed that they have a lot of conviction that travelers will be going to Thailand after seeing all of that relaying in their home countries as well when they were covering the APEC.
Continue.
No, that's cool. And then the Tourism Authority of Thailand is also planning to join forces with the Minister of Tourism and Sports to launch new stimulus campaigns and programs. And they are hoping to keep pushing the amount of arriving tourists up as Thailand is on track to hit about 25% of pre-pandemic numbers.
Yeah, because everyone's excited about world leaders coming to have a meeting amongst themselves in Thailand.
Yeah, I feel like maybe soft power, like through the promotion of songs and films might be a better way of taking people to the country.
But is the thought that these world leaders will come to the country, fall in love with the country, and then go back and try to convince their people to come to Thailand?
Well, if they had like a really good Thai massage, perhaps.
Yeah. Or, for example, I guess maybe a lot of French people who might have never heard of Thailand, maybe in the smaller areas, might see Emmanuel Macron in
in Muay Thai outfit and
in Thailand. They're like, oh, I want to visit Thailand, probably. So, for example, let's use the G4 summit. The G4 summit was in Indonesia. Does that make you want to go to Indonesia any more than before?
Let me see. Remember, not so much.
Not so much.
Nah.
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see how the APEC meeting would boost tourism, but perhaps it might. It's yet remains to be seen.
Actually, I'm quite curious if the leaders who were at the APEC summit saw the protests at all, because they were like literally 200 meters away from where they were having a meeting. So I'm not sure if they were even aware of that, but I'm sure they are.
All right. Well, I'm looking at my background, Natty. And we are currently on the 3rd or 4th floor of BISP, and a warning to everyone, it's going to be, I think, break time in about 5 minutes.
Recess!
So it might get loud, it might get wild, people might throw things at us, but that's okay. It's all part of the fun.
Yes.
You have been warned. Let's talk some more about Thai scientists. Now, they've developed flood-resistant rice.
Whoa.
You like Thai rice?
Love it.
Jasmine rice?
Love it. Yes, my favorite.
Well, Thailand is one of the world's largest rice exporters, but unpredictable weather conditions such as severe drought and heavy floods have driven Thai scientists to develop flood-resistant rice. Now, researchers are working on a new strain of rice that can survive floods and resist pests, and perhaps someday even taste better than Cambodian rice. Did you know that Cambodian rice has been voted the best rice in the world 5 years in a row? I
had no idea, literally.
I had no idea until about 5 minutes ago when I was researching this, and I was like, wow, Cambodian rice, underrated apparently. I always thought Thai rice would be best, or basmati rice from India.
Oh, I love the basmati rice.
Anyways.
But isn't that considered GMO then? Because this is not a normal strain of rice. So it's flood proof.
That's an excellent question that I did not research in Neti, but
Okay,
let me continue with my report. Researchers are working on a new strain of rice that can survive floods and resist pests. This Thai scientists have come out and said that the new strain, called Hom Lee Noi, can withstand floods and is non-photoperiod sensitive, which allows it to grow in all climates.
Wow.
Yeah, and Thailand already produces some of the world's most highly regarded varieties of rice. Hom Mali, for example, the jasmine flagrant rice, has already won awards for the world's best rice several times in a row. It has, but apparently not in the last 5 years. Yeah.
Oh.
And the kingdom's grade B white rice is actually used by the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization as the benchmark for global rice prices.
That's right.
Thailand's setting the trends for rice.
Yeah, it's yummy.
Does that make you happy?
I'm very happy.
Yeah?
I'm all for rice.
Are you a big rice eater?
Yeah, I actually prefer rice than noodles. You?
Rice.
Rice.
I'm
See?
Indian.
Yeah,
How else do you have curries?
exactly. Rice.
All right. Now, the last story that we're going to talk about before we go to the break is regarding protests. But however, we've had a lot of protests this last week, right? But this one especially is regarding cannabis because they're having a meeting tomorrow, I think, and they're protesting against the meeting. What's this all about?
So, proponents of the legalization of cannabis in Thailand are proactively planning rallies at Government House to coincide with a meeting of the Narcotics Control Board. The meeting on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, will discuss the anti-cannabis push to revert the plant back to a Type 5 narcotic. So it decriminalized, but now the government is saying, like, maybe we should put it back to where it belongs.
Well, okay, sorry, continue. Yeah.
No, so the advocates are urging politicians to support the cannabis hemp bill in an official letter they are filing. They believe better regulation to control the unbounded use of recreational marijuana is a better alternative than criminalizing the herb again. Now, a representative of the People's Network for Cannabis Legalization in Thailand appealed to the Deputy Prime Minister, Wisanu Kriyangam, who chairs the Narcotics Control Board, to keep the plant off the Type 5 narcotic list. He urged the board to instead pass a stronger cannabis bill that would put some regulations in place to restrict widespread recreational use. I think that makes more sense. You can't offer something to someone and then take it back. It's like, hey, Jay, would you like this cup of coffee?
Yes.
No, actually, no. I don't want to give it to you anymore.
Well,
How would you feel?
That makes me feel sad.
Right, exactly.
And
So-
that was a great representation of cannabis in Thailand.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, rightfully so. You can't put it back on the narcotics list because quite a few people have actually invested in cannabis as well, opening dispensaries and whatnot. All right. That was our cannabis
tight
protest
update,
report.
yeah.
All right. We're going to take a quick break. Once we come back from the break, we'll be talking about the World Cup in Thailand and also be taking some of your questions. So if you do have any questions, please leave them in the live chat. And once again, it will be loud. We'll be back right after this. Thinking of investing, but don't know where to start? Ever heard of AAA-FX?
What is AAA-FX?
Good question. Look no further than AAA-FX, your choice for trading and investing. Low commissions and spread with fast execution. They're trustworthy and have been offering services since 2008. You can invest using various deposit methods, including crypto, with negative balance protection and 100% matching deposit bonus. Choose AAA-FX and enter the lucrative market of trading. Visit AAAFX.com. And welcome back. You're watching Good Morning Thailand, and this show is brought to you by AAA-FX, cryptocurrency. Whether you're in crypto, whether you're in investing, be responsible and make your first trade today. And of course, Natty, we're at BISP.
This beautiful scenery here.
We're finally here. We hyped it up for about a month now.
Yes, and we're finally here though.
We are. What do you think about the school so far?
It's huge. That's all I'm gonna say for now. I haven't had a good tour of the school, but hopefully I will later. I do see a lot of football fields.
Yes.
Lots of kids going on, which we will hear them very soon because they will be on break.
That's right. Well, the International Soccer Sevens is happening this Saturday, and primarily we're here to cover for that. So some couple of kids excited for the football tournament. So yeah, we're here actually mainly for Saturday. It's going to be a huge event. There's going to be about 2,000 to 4,000 people.
Whoa.
I just made that number up.
Oh, okay.
No, at least 2,000 parents, students, coaches, just people in general. It's a whole event in itself. And yeah, everyone's going to be here on Saturday, and me and Jason are going to be here covering the event. So excited for that. And we're going to try to pick a different location every day to show you more about this amazing and beautiful school. Have you run the footage yet, Jason? Jason has not run the footage, so I'm going to start my promotion once again. No, I told Than to actually take a couple of clips of where we're setting up.
You might hear kids right now.
And that's okay. That's completely okay. So
Ambiance.
So it's break right now. We're out of school, and people are going to be loud.
Yeah.
That's okay. And that's why you invest in good microphones. But it's okay. It's all good. People are. Woo.
How is it, Jason? How's the sound levels?
How are the sound
Good.
levels? Yeah, but you can have a quick look at all the students. We've done live on location shoots in coffee shops. We've had the grinder on. We've done it in hotels. And we've come to the terms that you can't control people, you can't control your situation, so you just got to go with it.
Yeah.
One day we're going to be live in the metro.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Metro. All right.
Why not? I look like I've got a tan. I look like I'm sunburnt.
You are sunburnt though, because
I am
yesterday
sunburnt.
we went cruising around.
All right.
Yeah.
I actually saw a couple of questions on the World Cup, so I'm
Okay.
going to start talking about the World
Please.
Cup.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. How's it sound? Small J's are running around. All right, let's talk about the World Cup. Let me also fix my sound. Here we go. World Cup spending forecast to tepid. Someone was asking, can you watch the World Cup in Thailand? Natalie, that's a question for you. Can you watch the World Cup in Thailand?
I thought we could.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
That is right.
Thank you.
Thailand has been able to buy the rights to show the World Cup for free in Thailand for 1.4 billion baht. Congratulations to everyone who watches it for free.
Yeah.
And with the World Cup 2022 in Qatar kicking up on Sunday, which was yesterday, the first match was played between Qatar and Abdul's team.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is from the UK. No,
Also known as Ecuador.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. So it was Qatar versus Ecuador.
Nice.
Do you know who won?
Abdul.
Abdul, who was playing in Qatar's team? No, Qatar lost.
Oh, man.
2-0. It was actually quite a sad performance from Qatar, actually. 0 shots on target.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And what about the opponents?
Ecuador, they scored 2 goals.
Oh,
Yeah.
ouch. Right.
And
Good,
yeah.
good job.
So I was reading about the teams and how the game went. You know, Qatar has a very small population. In terms of Qataris, like with Qatari national, there's only about 300,000 in the entire country. It's a tiny country.
Wow, yeah, that's
But yeah, so what happened was, you know, you could see the Qataris in the stadium. They all seemed sad and miserable, obviously, like you would if your team was losing.
Yeah.
And then they had all these, you know, maybe local residents and whoever wanted to support Qatar over there. And by halftime, they all left.
Oh no!
Like more than half the stadium was just empty.
So their morals went down.
Yeah,
Maybe
the morale,
that's what
yeah.
happened.
It's strange when you're the home country and the home nation, but your nation's quite small.
Right.
And you know, can you feel the love? Can you feel the support?
Aw,
But
come on.
hey, the tournament's not over yet. That was the first game. It was quite late night for us at 11:30. Some of the games are at 2 a.m.
Oh wow.
here in Thailand. So I thought, you know, a lot of people probably had to go back to work tomorrow. It's Monday morning.
I see.
You know, so that's why they probably left
Like, "Toodoo,
early.
good job.
Yeah, but
good luck,
but
everybody."
we'll have to wait and see what happens on. Now, can I give you a fun fact? Did you know that during the previous World Cup in Thailand, demand for TVs increased 30 to 50%?
Whoa, it
That's right.
increased.
Yeah. So one of the reasons that Thailand wanted to buy the rights for the World Cup was not only to entertain, you know, Thai people and for them to watch the match, but yeah, a lot of TVs get sold. People spend more time in the evenings, you know, stocking up on food, having parties, watching the game on TV. So it increased 30 to 50% last World Cup. However, this World Cup, it hasn't even increased at all.
Yeah.
It's actually quite stale.
Right.
Is it because people don't have the money to spend, or they just don't care as much?
Nah, I think they have other ways of watching it. You know, you can watch it via YouTube. Somebody's gonna stream it somehow, you know, maybe.
I can
Allegedly.
guarantee you they definitely can't watch it through YouTube. However, there are many ways to watch it online.
that's what I meant, yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
You know, some people frown on that.
I'm not promoting it. I'm
Of
just,
course, we would never promote
no,
that.
No,
We would never promote that. All right. Well, World Cup is no exception for crackdown as well, by the way, so, especially in the Pattaya area, because a major general has come out and said that, look, World Cup or not, we don't care. If you're spending your nights out and you go past, you know, past the party hours, there will be a crackdown. There'll be a crackdown on drugs, and especially on drugs, actually. So you can stay up to late to watch the World Cup, but if you're in the entertainment venue in Pattaya, the Region 2 police are cracking down on entertainment venues in the popular nightlife city, and the police plan to strictly enforce 7 important rules. Do you want to know? Do you want to know what the rules are?
Yes, please.
Number 1, no person under 20 can enter bars and entertainment venues.
Okay, that's normal.
Normal. Underage people. Number 2, underage people cannot purchase alcohol in any venues, including restaurants.
That's also normal.
Normal. 3, though different zones, those are different zones. Having closing times between midnight and 2 a.m. All entertainment venues must be closed with no customers inside by the legal closing times.
That's also normal.
2 a.m. is still the curfew.
Yeah.
Some people tend to forget that.
Okay.
After the legal closing time, selling alcohol is strictly prohibited without exception.
Okay.
Some restaurants seem to forget that. No weapons or illegal drugs are allowed in any entertainment venues. That's for people like you. No weapons.
No what?
No illegal drugs.
Damn it. Okay.
Human trafficking is strictly prohibited in any entertainment venue.
Oh.
So you're not allowed to human traffic during entertainment.
No.
Yeah. And lastly, gambling is illegal and prohibited in every entertainment venue. Because when you go to a club, you want to gamble.
Yeah, that's what people want to do.
Nobody cares about the DJ. No. Nobody wants to party.
Right.
They just want to play poker.
And they don't even care about the World Cup.
Standing
they just
poker, yeah.
Gamble.
Yeah. But hey, so if you are in Pattaya, beware. I'm talking to you, sick puppy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is a special episode, so we decided for this week, let's take some questions from our members at least, you know?
Yeah.
Let's get the conversation going. So if anyone does have a question or some comments or any feedback, give it to us and we'll take some of your questions. So before we get to that, I'd just like to say this show is also sponsored by Best Buy for Kids. So if you have kids, if you have a young toddler up until 12 years old, this is a perfect time. There's an event happening on 23rd of November?
24th.
24th to 27th. 90% discounts for clothes, for baby products. So if you've got a child, this is it. 90% discounts. This never happens.
Yeah, it's happening at Queen City Gate National Convention Center. So exactly where APEC was held, that's where you can go and get your maternity clothes, baby clothes. They have anything from small items all the way to big items. So do check that out.
All right, let's take some comments and feedback from our members. No Carmel today?
No Carmel,
No
but
voice
it's
of God?
okay. We can do it.
I thought she was gonna fly here in her private jet.
Yeah, but I think she abandoned last minute. She's
Yeah.
like, there wasn't caviar on the jet, so she's like, I can't go
She's
now.
a big caviar fan.
Yeah,
she
she
loves
is.
the caviar.
Yep.
She even has caviar for like tea. Who has caviar for tea?
Yeah.
Oh no.
All right.
All right, let's say hello to some members. We've got Sick Puppy there, Teddy Bears, Wok ATM, Larry Conley. Enjoyed watching Ecuador defeat Qatar today. Oh, I guess different time zones, but Larry Conley's also watching the World Cup.
Right.
Qatar has no hope, by the way. Their
No.
next two games, I believe, against Senegal and Netherlands. So they had to win the first game for have any chance, because it's quite embarrassing for the host nation not to qualify through the group stage.
I understand,
It's only
yeah.
happened once before.
Oh shit.
In 2010.
Right. Okay.
2010, where the World Cup was held in
Timbuktu.
close.
Right.
South Africa.
See, I knew it.
Yeah.
But you know what? Qatar might win because according to Sick Puppy,
Yeah.
Carmel is in the Qatar for the World Cup.
Carmel is actually in Qatar. Is that where she went?
She
That
is.
scoundrel. She lied
She
to me.
did. She went.
She's so unruly. She doesn't listen to anyone.
Nah, she doesn't. She's God.
Carmel's off. Well, she is God. Hey,
She
who are
God.
we? Who are we to stop God from doing what she wants?
Yes.
All right. The
Teddy-
Wu-Tang,
you go.
the Wu-Tang Life says Qatar private companies are trying to control what can be filmed by the media, violation of agreements. Yeah, there was a video that went viral the other day with a Danish reporter. I think he was just standing like nearby the streets on like a public road. He was making a video, and he went viral because some Qatari officials came out and tried to stop them from filming. And they were just like, look, we have the right permits. This is a public area. Why are you asking us to not film? And then the guy was like, I'm going to break your camera. And then the guy was like, okay, if you're going to threaten us with breaking your camera, go for it. So yeah, that's what. And then yeah, later they apologized and they said, okay, that was a mistake, blah blah blah. But I guess that happened. Yeah,
Many mistakes always happen.
many mistakes does happen.
I want to take this comment from Teddy Bear.
Okay.
Small J's are running around? Question
Yeah.
mark. Actually, there are a lot of kids, and was it the head of school that came to say hi
Yeah.
to us just now?
Yeah, I was actually about to.
Oh, okay.
So there was a question from Scott D. It says, Jay, how does it feel to be back? So
Right.
one of the first people that I recognized was the current headmaster, Simon Meredith. Now, I always known, it feels strange calling him Simon. I've always called him Mr. Meredith. So when I was in 10th grade, he was my home teacher. So, and I just always remembered him as my home teacher. And like, oh God, how long has it been? I don't want to give up my age, but yeah, it was like 10, 12 years later, he's the headmaster.
Wow.
And he hasn't aged a day. Obviously, I look a lot older than I was back then, but I was like, you're pretty good, man.
I like how one of the first comments is like, you were asking him, do you remember me? I was like, I remember you, but
he
now
had
you
no
look
clue who I was.
different.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
I think he's just a really nice guy. I think he's being very
funny.
polite, but
Yeah.
he probably has met 50,000 students by the time I left school.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you remember me? And he was so polite. He's like, yeah, of course. Sure. But yeah, it feels great being back. It's nice because I think the school was always excellent and grand and amazing, but you know, you notice these little upgrades, and every part of the school has been upgraded, even some of the uniform. You've got paintings to the left, to the right. We'll be showing you more of the school as we go around the different areas available here. But yeah, it feels great. It feels good to know that I was once part of this amazing school.
I was not part of this amazing school, but I can say that just being in the school environment makes me want to go back to school somehow. I don't know. There's just this playful energy and vibe that's going on there. I just want to run down with the kids and have like a croissant or something.
There's always some part of the school that reminds me of my childhood, you know?
It's like your Disneyland.
We've got Jamie sitting back there. Well, obviously the viewers don't know Jamie, but Jamie's dad used to be my home teacher for like 6 years.
Nice.
Yeah. There you have it.
Little fun fact.
Little fun fact. And everyone's watching is like, who? What?
What's happening?
It's just about my life now, okay?
Yeah, it's the J
Just
show.
let me have this moment.
Yeah.
All right, let's actually take some questions. How long was the trip from the airport to the hotel? Did road damage impact your time, says Sick Puppy? The traffic in Phuket, I'm not gonna lie, has not, it's not as bad as I thought it would be, but it took us what, like an hour and a half to get back to the hotel?
Yeah.
Everyone's using the road from Kamala. So I think we spoke about the landslide that happened on Patong Hill. At least they allow one-way traffic. So when we came to the school, we were allowed to use that mountain. But on the way back, they've completely sealed off the other areas. And there's a lot of cones, there's a lot of officials there. It feels quite safe, and you know, there are people working on the road. But it's a big, I think it's a big annoyance for a lot of people who use that road every day.
Right.
Because we were talking, right? We actually got lost the other day, and then instead of the journey being 15 or 20 minutes, it ended up taking us 60 minutes, which is a very significant difference.
Because you had to go all around, right?
So everyone's just going in circles around the island.
Nice
or maybe there's
tour.
a way that I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt it, but still.
Yes.
But still. How does it, oh, there. All
There's
right.
a lot of World Cup questions that I cannot answer.
Yeah. I'll take them, no worries. Are there any venues that usually do big outdoor viewing events for the World Cup in Bangkok? Outdoor events? I'm not quite sure. Like, not that I know of. There's not...
In pubs, definitely. Any British, Australian, American pub.
But see, Mike, the problem is that this was all approved within last week. Everything's very last minute in Thailand. They just bought the rights. So how do the restaurants prepare for these live outdoor events if they're not even sure if there's going to be World Cup rights? And then if they have to make their own subscriptions and stuff, it's quite expensive, so maybe they don't want to. So I think we'll hear about them a lot more now that they've finally secured the rights to broadcast the World Cup. But I will keep you up to date with that information. But as far as I know, I don't know any open air event.
Not in Bangkok, but we do know in Phuket they have it at the Blue Tree.
Yes.
Yes, they
So
have a World Cup
You're absolutely
area.
correct. Which started yesterday. So we were at Blue Tree on Saturday, but yeah, it started yesterday. They have like this
They call it the
cold
planetarium or something.
beverage area.
Yes.
At night, and you can enjoy the World Cup there. And yeah, that's near the Chiang Thale area. See, And also the soccer sevens on Saturdays at the perfect time. It's during the World Cup.
Nice.
It's like we're having a mini World Cup tournament within this school.
So they're grooming the kids to become football players for the future.
Well, a lot of the students here actually have scholarship just for being student athletes. And a lot of them actually, some of them have actually gone to play professional football for professional teams.
Nice.
They take it serious here, Natty. This ain't no joke. All right, here we go. Satish Kumar said, I want to know why Qatar banned alcohol in the last minute. I mean, like, what's the story behind the story? I don't think they banned alcohol. I think alcohol in general in Qatar is only available in certain locations. It's always normally the 5-star hotels and stuff. I think for the World Cup, they have designated areas where you can buy the alcohol. They have not banned alcohol.
I want to take this comment. So Teddy Bear says, a few years ago, my batch celebrated 50 years of entering my school, grade 1. We wore school uniforms and went and sat in our first classrooms. It was really fun. I think that's a great idea. So when I turn 50, I will go back to my school and wear my... Oh no, actually
wear your
now
school uniform.
Wait, hold on. Maybe I'll just go back to do a school visit. I don't know if I want to wear the Thai uniform. That might be a bit funny. But would you come back here when you're 50 and wear your blue uniforms, like the little shorts, and call yourself a duckling?
I'd probably wear the IB uniform, which is the white shirt and like navy blue pants. I think I could find one that could fit me.
Yeah, okay.
When I'm 50.
But when you're 50, you have to celebrate it like Teddy Bear.
Okay.
It's fun, come on.
Okay. Sure, I'll
If
Teddy Bear's a class act. Yeah,
BISP
sure,
allows you, they might ban you.
Yeah.
They'll be like,
they
no,
might have
please.
a photo of me near the security guy. If this guy comes back again, please.
Specifically when he turns 50 now.
Yeah. They're going to monitor how I look.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, sure. Reunions are fun.
Always, yeah.
What sports are played in Thailand and what is your national sport? What is the national sport of Thailand, Natty?
Muay Thai.
Are you sure it's not Sepak Takraw?
Muay Thai is more famous.
It is
How about-
Muay Thai, yes. It is Muay Thai. It is Muay Thai, right? I hope it's not
It
football.
is Muay Thai. Well, it's in the 4 C's.
But I think football's more popular.
4 F's. 5 F's.
Yeah.
Sorry, okay, yeah.
Do you know, I think football's more popular.
Yeah.
But Muay Thai also very popular.
Yeah, it's more world
All right. Oh. What part of Phuket is BISP located? Asked Monchai. It's near Kok Keo. ใช่ไหม? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so to give you, you actually have to take, was I right? Yeah, okay, nice. So you have to actually take the road in. It's not like on the roadside. So if you have no idea, if you can picture Royal Phuket Marina or Boat Lagoon, it's on the opposite side of the road. You have to take the road inside near the Kok Keo area, and then you make your way into what looks like a magical world all by itself. How did you feel when you came to the school this morning?
Relaxed, because I was very full, and I was just like going through the...
Relaxed because you had a big breakfast?
Big breakfast.
Yeah, Natty had a breakfast and she didn't invite us.
She was late.
Thanks, Natty.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Inside the football venue, alcohol is banned. Well, there'll be no alcohol here as well. Yeah, rightfully so. They should go for the football. No, because so a big concern of the World Cup was that, normally fans like to enjoy themselves with a nice cold beverage at the World Cup. But, especially when someone scores a goal, you throw your alcohol in the air and it goes in the air. And, it's a Muslim country with Muslim people around. So they've banned it, I guess, for those reasons.
I think inside the football stadium, that makes sense. But outside, like where people can enjoy.
It's a very common practice. Like I know logically it makes sense, but traditionally how football fans like to go wild and support their team, and it's something that they're allowed to do in most countries, in every World Cup nation that so far. But it's like special rules for Qatar because it is a Muslim nation and it's very strict for its rules. So I think it must be strange for a lot of fans.
I can understand that. It's like an American coming to a Thai movie theater and like, where's my hot dogs? Why are there no hot dogs? Like the proper one with mustard. Same thing.
Well, Monchai says he wants me to wear my uniform on Friday. No, nobody wants to see that.
I want to. Monchai wants to see it.
Monchai,
2 people.
Stop it, both of
2
you.
2 to 1.
All right. Yeah. I think we'll end the show here for now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you've enjoyed the show so far. We've updated you on some of the headlines from across Thailand. If you have enjoyed this episode, please click the like button or comment below. What more would you like us to cover around the school? Tomorrow we'll be hopefully picking up another location and showing you a different part of the school. We'll still be here live once again. So for now, thank you, take care, and bye-bye.
Toodaloo.